Success is not just a goal, it is a state of being. It is the manifestation of your potential, your purpose, and your destiny. Often we hear people say that revenge is sweet, but I am here to tell you today that success is the best revenge. You see, when life challenges you, when people doubt you, or when obstacles seem insurmountable, the temptation may arise to fight back, to retaliate, to prove your worth by bringing others down. But this is not the way. The true measure of your greatness is not in what you can destroy, but in what you can build. Success is not about winning in the eyes of others. It's about becoming the person you were created to be. It's about fulfilling the purpose for which you were designed, not to compete, but to excel in your unique calling. Success is the proof that you are doing what you were born to do, and that in itself speaks louder than any words or actions of your adversary. Success is not a random occurrence or an end goal that can be reached through external achievements alone. True success is the result of fulfilling your purpose. The foundation of success lies in understanding who you are and why you were created. This understanding is the key to unlocking your greatest potential. When you operate within your purpose, every step you take, every decision you make, becomes a part of a larger, more meaningful journey. It's not just about reaching a destination, but about discovering and fulfilling the reason for your existence. Too often we measure success by conventional standards. Money, fame, recognition. These external markers are fleeting and their satisfaction is short-lived. While these things may bring temporary happiness, they don't bring lasting fulfillment. The true measure of success is found when you align your life with the purpose you were created for. It's when you live in harmony with your calling that your life takes on a deeper meaning. When you discover your purpose, your work is no longer just a job or a task. It becomes a passion. It becomes something that fuels you, something that excites you, even in the face of challenges. The journey to success is not without its obstacles, but when your actions are tied to a greater purpose, every setback becomes an opportunity for growth, not an obstacle to stop you. When you understand your purpose, challenges aren't failures. They're just stepping stones that help shape your success. The reality is that many people are searching for success without ever asking themselves, what is my purpose? They chase after external validation, trying to keep up with the standards set by society or the expectations of others. However, this path often leads to frustration and burnout, because it's not aligned with their true calling. When you focus only on external success, you end up working for validation, not fulfillment. But when you are in touch with your purpose, your success becomes an expression of who you truly are. Purpose brings clarity. It defines your direction and guides your decisions. Without purpose, you may find yourself going in circles, working hard without understanding why. Purpose gives you a reason to keep going, even when the road gets tough. It's a driving force that pushes you forward when everything around you seems uncertain. It anchors you, keeps you grounded, and gives your efforts meaning. When your success is rooted in purpose, your work becomes your calling, and the satisfaction you gain from your achievements is more than just about the results. It's about knowing you've stayed true to who you are and why you exist. People who achieve success without a sense of purpose often feel empty despite their external accomplishments. It's because success without purpose lacks depth. The world may applaud your achievements, but if your life isn't aligned with your deeper purpose, you'll find that the applause fades quickly. On the other hand, when you are driven by purpose, your success becomes sustainable. It is not based on what others think of you, but on the fulfillment that comes from living authentically. This internal satisfaction doesn't fade when circumstances change. It remains constant because it comes from within. Success born out of purpose also has a ripple effect on those around you. When you live in alignment with your purpose, your influence grows. People are drawn to authenticity, and they can feel the energy you radiate. Your success becomes a beacon that lights the path for others. They see your achievements, and they don't just see your victory. They see the integrity with which you walk, the purpose that drives you, and the passion that fuels your every step. You inspire others to look within themselves and find their own purpose, their own unique path to success. The pursuit of success without purpose is like trying to build a house on shifting sand. It may look impressive for a time, but eventually it will crumble. Purpose is the solid foundation that ensures lasting success. When your purpose guides you, your efforts are aligned with your true self, and your success becomes not just something you achieve, but something that's a part of who you are. This is the kind of success that remains steady no matter what challenges come your way. So as you pursue success, remember that it is not just about what you achieve or what others think of you. True success comes when you discover and live according to your purpose. This is where fulfillment lies. This is where greatness is born. And this is the success that cannot be taken from you. When you align your actions with your purpose, your success will not just be something you accomplish, it will be the natural result of living your truth. In the end, success is not an external measurement. It's an internal realization that you are living your life in alignment with your purpose. Revenge is often thought of as an emotional response driven by hurt or betrayal, and traditionally it's viewed as a way to settle scores or right perceived wrongs. Many people believe that to get even with those who wronged them, they must strike back, show their power, or take something away from those who have hurt them. The idea is simple: hurt me and I will hurt you back. However, there is a more powerful, far more dignified response, and that response is success. Success, when achieved, becomes the best revenge. When you choose to focus on your personal growth and achieve success, you shift the narrative. Instead of spending your energy on reacting to negativity or seeking to diminish others, you direct your efforts toward becoming the best version of yourself. This in itself is a far more impactful response than any act of retaliation. The reason success is the best revenge is that it speaks volumes without you needing to say a word. Success has the power to expose the truth, to prove your worth, and to show your resilience, all while leaving your critics and adversaries behind. Think about it. When you invest your energy in working toward your goals, when you dedicate yourself to your purpose, you place yourself in a position of strength. You don't need to waste time or energy on negativity, gossip, or unnecessary conflict. Instead, you rise above it. And the more you focus on your own personal growth and the success you are creating, the less room there is for bitterness or resentment. You take control of your life by putting your energy into what truly matters: your dreams, your purpose, and your future. This approach is much more powerful than any kind of revenge because it is rooted in creation rather than destruction. As you work towards your success, you will find that many of the people who once doubted you or tried to tear you down will begin to watch from the sidelines. They may even start to take notice of your progress. They will see that despite their attempts to discourage you, you have kept moving forward. Your success will serve as a quiet rebuke to their negativity. You won't need to defend yourself or retaliate. Your achievements will do the talking for you. This kind of success is so powerful that it shifts the entire narrative. What was once a situation of hurt or conflict becomes a story of resilience, determination, and growth. Success, when achieved with integrity, exposes the limitations of those who tried to undermine you. People who have sought to pull you down, belittle you, or create obstacles in your path often do so out of their own insecurities or envy. Their actions are rooted in their inability to see your potential. But when you continue to rise, despite their efforts, your success becomes undeniable. It highlights the truth that no matter how hard they tried, they could not stop you. And while they may have once taken joy in your struggles, your success now becomes a reflection of their inability to understand the true power of perseverance and purpose. The beauty of using success as your revenge is that it doesn't require you to stoop to anyone's level. It doesn't demand that you lower yourself to a position of conflict, nor does it require that you waste energy on negative emotions. Instead, it allows you to transcend the situation, to rise above the noise and the chaos. You no longer need to be bogged down by what others think of you or how they have tried to hurt you. Your focus shifts completely to your journey, and every step you take toward your goals is a silent statement of victory. Moreover, success as revenge doesn't come from trying to prove something to anyone. It's not about getting back at someone for the sake of making them feel inferior or ashamed. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable, that you are strong enough to rise above whatever life throws at you. It's a declaration that no matter the circumstances, no matter the challenges, you will not be defined by the opinions of others. Your success shows that you are larger than the criticism, more resilient than the setbacks, and stronger than the obstacles in your way. When you choose success as your response, you also set an example for others. Your story of perseverance, growth, and achievement becomes a source of inspiration for those around you. People will look at you and see that it is possible to rise above adversity, to remain focused on one's purpose, and to achieve greatness without needing to retaliate. Your success will become a beacon of hope, a reminder that the best way to respond to negativity is by remaining focused on what truly matters: your future, your goals, and your calling. At the end of the day, success is the most powerful form of revenge because it does not require you to engage in bitterness or lower yourself to negativity. It simply allows you to continue moving forward with purpose and with grace. As you rise, as you achieve, and as you grow, your success becomes your ultimate statement. The more you succeed, the more it becomes clear that you have won, not just in the eyes of others, but in your own heart. Success is the best revenge. And when you focus on creating a life of fulfillment and purpose, it speaks louder than any retaliation ever could. When you choose to focus on building rather than destroying, you take control of your future in a way that is empowering, transformative, and fulfilling. Life is full of challenges, and it can be easy to get caught up in the desire to tear down what's in front of you when faced with obstacles. But true strength doesn't come from destruction. It comes from creation, from the ability to build something meaningful, something that lasts. Every day we are presented with choices, and the way we choose to respond to adversity determines the direction our lives will take. You can choose to be caught in the cycle of negativity, responding to criticism and hurt by lashing out or attempting to bring others down. But the real power lies in choosing to build something better. When you focus on creating and building, you are not only taking control of your own life, but also contributing to something positive that can influence those around you. Building is not just about physical structures or material accomplishments. Building is about growth, personal growth, spiritual growth, and emotional growth. It's about adding value to your life and the lives of others. Every step you take towards building your dreams, your goals, and your purpose is a step towards a better future. The more you focus on your journey of creation, the less time and energy you have to waste on tearing down what others are doing. Building requires your focus, your attention, and your commitment. And when you pour all your energy into those things, the noise of negativity and destruction becomes less significant. The truth is that when you focus on building, you are not concerned with competing or comparing yourself to others. Your only competition is with your own potential. You are focused on expanding your abilities, discovering your talents, and fulfilling your purpose. This mindset shifts your perspective from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Instead of viewing the world through a lens of lack and fear, you start to see opportunities everywhere. Every challenge becomes a chance to grow, to learn, and to build something stronger and more meaningful. Building also creates a sense of legacy. When you build something, whether it's a business, a family, or even a personal growth journey, you leave behind something that will outlast you. This sense of purpose and contribution brings fulfillment that mere destruction never can. Destruction may provide temporary satisfaction, but it leaves a void, an emptiness, that can never be filled. When you focus on creating, you fill that void with purpose, with the knowledge that you are leaving something behind that has value. You are contributing to the world in a way that will continue to impact others long after you're gone. The power of building also lies in the fact that it requires resilience. The act of building something worthwhile is rarely easy. It takes patience, perseverance, and a willingness to face setbacks and challenges head-on. But this is what makes the process so rewarding. Each time you encounter an obstacle, you learn something new, and each new lesson strengthens your foundation. The more you build, the more capable you become of handling the inevitable challenges that come your way. You begin to realize that the process of building is just as important as the final result. It is in the process of creation that you discover your true strength, your true purpose, and your true potential. Moreover, building something meaningful allows you to connect with others on a deeper level. When you invest in creation, you inspire those around you. People are naturally drawn to those who are committed to growth and progress. By focusing on building, you show others that it is possible to rise above adversity, to keep moving forward, even when the road is difficult. Your actions inspire others to start building in their own lives, to pursue their own dreams, and to focus on creating rather than destroying. Destruction, on the other hand, is a passive response. It's reactive, rooted in frustration and anger, and often leaves nothing behind but damage. While it may give a temporary sense of relief or satisfaction, destruction is ultimately unfulfilling. It doesn't leave a legacy, and it doesn't contribute anything positive to the world. On the other hand, building is active, constructive, and forward-thinking. It is about moving forward, not backward. It is about creating new possibilities, new opportunities, and new hope. When you focus on building, you create a life of meaning. You invest in your growth, your development, and your purpose, and you are rewarded with a sense of fulfillment that can never come from destruction. You are not weighed down by the bitterness of trying to tear others down, nor are you consumed with thoughts of competition and comparison. Instead, you are free to pursue your own path, to build something that is uniquely yours, and to contribute to the world in a way that is positive and lasting. The decision to build rather than destroy is one that empowers you to rise above the small, petty conflicts that often consume people's lives. It allows you to focus on what truly matters: your goals, your dreams, and your legacy. When you choose to focus on building, you choose to take control of your future and create something that has lasting value. In the end, building is not just about what you create, but about who you become in the process. It's about growing into the person you were always meant to be, and about contributing to the world in a way that brings true fulfillment. Building is a reflection of strength, resilience, and vision. It is the act of creating something that will stand the test of time, something that will outlast any efforts to tear it down. When you focus on building, you choose to create a future that is defined by purpose, growth, and legacy. Success, when it's achieved with purpose and integrity, speaks volumes without needing to say a word. Often we find ourselves caught in the cycle of defending our actions, explaining our choices, or justifying our progress to others. We may feel the need to prove our worth or fight to be recognized, especially when others doubt us or criticize our journey. But the truth is, success itself is the best form of communication. It doesn't require us to engage in endless debates, arguments, or explanations. It doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops or paraded around for approval. When you are truly successful, your achievements do the talking for you. People will always have their opinions. Some will support you, and others may criticize or doubt you. This is a natural part of life. However, the power of success is that it cannot be denied. No matter how much someone may question your path, when your success is real and rooted in purpose, it will stand on its own. The results of your hard work, perseverance, and dedication are undeniable. People may try to diminish your accomplishments, but true success speaks louder than any words they could ever say. The key here is that success, rooted in purpose, is not about seeking approval from others. It's not about trying to meet someone else's expectations or proving a point. When you are working towards something meaningful, something aligned with your deepest values, your success becomes a reflection of your inner strength, your vision, and your commitment. It doesn't need to be explained because it's already clear in the outcome. The impact of what you've built is evident in the lives you've touched, the goals you've achieved, and the example you've set. Think about it. When you are truly succeeding in your own right, people start to take notice and their perspective shifts. Those who once doubted you, who may have dismissed your dreams or belittled your efforts, will be forced to confront the truth of your success. It may not happen immediately, but over time, your progress and achievements will speak louder than their words. Their doubts will become irrelevant in the face of your success, and the truth of your abilities will shine through. Success doesn't need to engage in the petty squabbles of competition or comparison. It rises above that. When you focus on your own journey, on your own growth and development, you begin to create something that cannot be ignored. Your achievements become a testament to your resilience, your faith, and your determination to reach your fullest potential. This is the power of success. It transforms you from someone who is constantly fighting to prove their worth into someone who is confidently living out their purpose, regardless of what others think. People will often misunderstand your path. They may not see the sacrifices you've made, the struggles you've faced, or the hard work that has gone into your journey. But success, when it is real and genuine, will expose the truth. It doesn't need to be defended. Your success will show that despite the obstacles, the doubts, and the criticisms, you persevered. It will be the silent witness to your strength, your vision, and your commitment. You will no longer need to explain your journey to anyone because your achievements will stand as proof of what you are capable of. Moreover, success has the power to inspire others. When people see you succeed, when they witness your growth and the impact you're making, it motivates them to believe in themselves. Your success becomes a beacon for others, showing them what is possible if they remain dedicated to their own goals. You don't need to boast about your achievements. The example you set will inspire those around you to rise up and pursue their own dreams. Success, in this sense, becomes contagious. It encourages others to take action, to stay focused on their purpose, and to believe that they too can achieve greatness. The truth is that when you focus on your own success and work towards your goals, you give others permission to do the same. Your journey becomes a source of encouragement, a living testimony that success is attainable for anyone who stays committed to their path. You may not even realize the impact you're having on those around you, but your success will be felt far beyond your own life. It will ripple out and touch the lives of others in ways you never expected. As you continue to focus on your success, you will notice that the need for validation or approval diminishes. You won't feel the need to explain yourself, defend your choices, or justify your progress to others. Your success will be enough. It will be the answer to every doubt, every criticism, and every challenge you faced along the way. You no longer need to rely on the opinions of others because you will have the most powerful tool at your disposal, the results of your efforts. The best part about success is that it does not need to be loud. It does not need to scream for attention. It simply is. It exists in the impact you have on the world, the legacy you leave behind, and the difference you make in the lives of others. It is evident in your achievements, your growth, and your unwavering commitment to your purpose. Success speaks for itself, and when it is genuine, it needs no defense. In the end, the most powerful form of communication is not words, but action. Your success, born from purpose and integrity, is the truest form of expression. It's the proof that you have overcome challenges, stayed true to your vision, and achieved what you set out to do. And when your success speaks for you, there is no need for anything else. Let your success be the loudest statement you make. When you rise above doubt, you not only prove your resilience, but you also create an environment where your growth is no longer hindered by external negativity. Doubt is an inevitable part of life, and it comes from many sources. It can stem from the words of others, the circumstances you face, or even from within yourself. Doubt can feel like a weight that slows you down, a cloud that dims the brightness of your potential. But the moment you decide to rise above it, you shift the course of your life. Rising above doubt isn't just about overcoming a temporary obstacle. It's about transforming how you engage with the world around you. Doubt often comes in the form of questions. Questions about your abilities, your dreams, or your worth. People around you might question your path, your choices, or the very essence of what you're trying to achieve. At times, you may even find yourself questioning if you are capable of reaching your goals. But this is where true strength lies, in refusing to let those doubts define you. When you rise above them, you take control of your life. You stop allowing the doubts, whether from others or from within, to dictate the pace of your progress. The key to rising above doubt is not in ignoring it or pretending it doesn't exist. Doubt is natural, and we all experience it. However, the decision to rise above it comes when you decide that doubt will not be the defining force in your life. You acknowledge it, but you do not let it shape your actions. Instead, you focus on your goals, your purpose, and your dreams, using doubt as a motivator rather than a deterrent. Each time doubt arises, you have the opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to your path, to remind yourself of why you started in the first place. It's about holding on to your vision even when the road ahead seems uncertain or when others seem skeptical of your journey. One of the greatest gifts you give yourself when you rise above doubt is the ability to move forward with confidence. Doubt can often paralyze us, causing hesitation or fear of making the wrong decision. But when you rise above it, you act with certainty. You make decisions based on your purpose, not based on fear of failure or concern over what others might think. Confidence comes from within, and it grows every time you take action, despite the doubts you encounter. Each step you take forward, no matter how small, is a testament to your ability to overcome the negative forces that attempt to hold you back. Rising above doubt also allows you to build resilience. Doubt, especially when it comes from others, can often feel like an attack on your character or your ability. However, when you rise above it, you learn to view these doubts as opportunities to strengthen your resolve. Every time you confront doubt and push through, you build mental toughness. This resilience becomes your armor, enabling you to face even greater challenges without losing your momentum. It's not the absence of doubt that strengthens you, but your ability to rise above it with persistence and determination. This resilience also becomes contagious. As you rise above doubt, you set an example for others who may be facing similar challenges. Your ability to keep moving forward, even when others doubt you, inspires those around you to do the same. You show them that doubt is not a wall. It's merely a hurdle that can be overcome with focus, determination, and faith in yourself. Your success becomes a beacon for others, encouraging them to rise above their own doubts and pursue their dreams without fear. Doubt has a way of making us focus on what we lack. It causes us to second-guess our abilities, our skills, and our worth. But when you rise above doubt, you shift the focus from what's missing to what's already within you. You begin to recognize that you have everything you need to succeed right where you are. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or for all the pieces to fall into place. Rising above doubt means trusting in what you already possess: your knowledge, your skills, your passion, and your determination. It's about recognizing that the tools you need to succeed are already in your hands. Rising above doubt also means you stop seeking validation from others. When doubt exists, especially in the form of others' opinions, we can become dependent on external validation. We want others to approve of our choices or to reassure us that we're on the right path. But when you rise above doubt, you no longer need that external validation. You find confidence in yourself and your journey. You know deep within that your path is your own and it doesn't need to be approved by anyone else. This internal sense of certainty frees you from the burden of needing constant affirmation, allowing you to move forward with clarity and purpose. Additionally, when you rise above doubt, you free yourself from the chains of fear. Fear and doubt often go hand in hand, with doubt feeding the fear that holds us back. When you choose to rise above doubt, you stop letting fear dictate your actions. Instead, you embrace courage, taking the necessary steps toward your goals, despite the uncertainty or discomfort. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act in spite of it. By rising above doubt, you learn to act with courage, knowing that each step forward is one step closer to the success you've envisioned. The process of rising above doubt is transformative. It shifts your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. It turns obstacles into opportunities and turns fear into fuel for growth. It enables you to become the person who is not defined by what others say about you or the challenges you face, but by your ability to keep moving forward, regardless of the doubts that may arise. Ultimately, the more you rise above doubt, the more you realize that doubt is not something to fear or avoid, but something to overcome. Each victory over doubt makes you stronger, more confident, and more capable of achieving greatness. Your ability to rise above doubt becomes the foundation upon which you build your success, turning every doubt into a stepping stone on the path to fulfillment. Rising above doubt is not just about overcoming an external challenge. It's about discovering the strength within you to remain focused on your vision, no matter what. When you focus on your own journey, you create a path that is uniquely yours, unencumbered by the distractions and opinions of others. We live in a world where it's easy to get caught up in the lives of those around us. Social media, the people we interact with, and even societal pressures constantly pull our attention to what others are doing, what they have, or how they are succeeding. But the most powerful thing you can do for yourself is to keep your focus on your own journey. When you shift your attention away from comparing yourself to others and instead channel your energy into your own growth, you start to build a life that is not just successful, but deeply fulfilling. The comparison game can be dangerous. It often leads to feelings of inadequacy, jealousy, or frustration. We may look at someone else's achievements and wonder why we haven't reached that level yet, forgetting that everyone's journey is different. Each person's experiences, challenges, and timelines are unique, and comparing yourself to someone else only distracts you from your own progress. The key to moving forward is not to measure yourself against others, but to track your own growth. Every step you take towards your goals, no matter how small, is a victory. Your journey is yours alone, and it is designed to unfold in its own time. When you focus on your own journey, you begin to understand that progress is not linear. There will be setbacks, there will be challenges, and there will be moments of doubt. But these are not signs of failure, they are simply part of the process. Every obstacle you face teaches you something valuable. Every struggle you encounter makes you stronger and more capable of overcoming future challenges. Your journey is not meant to be perfect, it is meant to be real. It is through the ups and downs, the highs and lows, that you grow into the person you are meant to be. Focusing on your own journey also means letting go of the pressure to conform to the expectations of others. Society often sets certain standards or ideals of what success should look like, but these are not universal truths. The success you desire may look very different from the success that others envision for themselves. When you release the need to live according to someone else's definition of success, you open yourself up to a life that is authentic and true to who you are. You begin to live for your own happiness, not for the approval or validation of others. Another powerful aspect of focusing on your own journey is that it allows you to cultivate a deep sense of self-awareness. The more you invest in your own growth, the more you understand your own strengths, weaknesses, desires, and fears. This self-awareness is crucial because it gives you the clarity to make decisions that are aligned with your true values and goals. You begin to trust yourself more, knowing that you are the only one who truly understands the direction your life should take. With this trust comes confidence. The confidence to follow your own path, even if it means going against the grain or taking an unconventional route. Moreover, when you focus on your own journey, you take full responsibility for your actions and your outcomes. The moment you stop looking at what others are doing and start focusing on what you can control, you empower yourself to create the life you desire. No longer will you blame external circumstances or other people for your setbacks. Instead, you take ownership of your choices. And this ownership gives you the power to change, adapt, and move forward. You realize that your future is in your hands and that you have the ability to shape it according to your vision. Focusing on your own journey also means embracing the process, not just the destination. It's easy to get caught up in the end goal, the achievement, or the external markers of success. But the real growth happens in the journey itself. It's in the small, everyday actions, the consistent effort, and the learning that takes place along the way. When you stop obsessing over the destination and focus on enjoying the journey, you experience fulfillment in the present moment. You stop waiting for some distant future to feel successful and instead realize that success is a series of small, meaningful moments that make up your life. The power of focusing on your own journey is that it helps you to remain grounded and centered. The world around you can be chaotic, filled with distractions and external pressures. But when you focus on what truly matters to you, you become less swayed by what others think or do. You become rooted in your own purpose, and no matter what happens around you, you stay true to yourself. This internal foundation of purpose and clarity allows you to navigate challenges with grace and confidence, knowing that you are on the right path for you. In addition, focusing on your own journey gives you the opportunity to fully embrace your unique gifts and talents. Each person has a set of abilities that are unique to them, and when you focus on your own path, you are able to hone those abilities and use them in ways that bring you fulfillment. You stop worrying about what others are doing and start celebrating what you bring to the table. By focusing on your own growth, you create space for your gifts to shine, and in doing so, you inspire others to do the same. The beauty of focusing on your own journey is that it allows you to celebrate your own successes without comparison. When you stop looking at what others have and focus on your own achievements, you begin to appreciate your progress in a way that feels authentic. Every milestone you reach becomes a reflection of your hard work, your dedication, and your commitment to your goals. And as you continue to move forward, you realize that the journey itself, the lessons learned, and the person you become along the way are the true rewards. Ultimately, when you focus on your own journey, you take back control of your life. You stop letting the opinions and actions of others dictate your path, and you start living according to your own values, desires, and goals. Your journey becomes a personal expression of who you are, and in doing so, you create a life that is truly your own. Your journey is the most valuable thing you have. When you focus on it, you unlock the potential for a life that is fulfilling, meaningful, and uniquely yours. Remember that success is not a destination, but a journey. It is the result of unwavering belief, resilience in the face of doubt, and the courage to keep moving forward despite the challenges. The best revenge is not in proving others wrong, but in living your truth and achieving your goals with purpose, integrity, and perseverance. Focus on your own journey, rise above the doubts, and let your success speak for itself. The world will eventually recognize the greatness you've cultivated, but it begins with the choice to stay true to yourself, trust in your path, and continue moving forward. May you find the strength to keep believing in your vision, to embrace the process of growth, and to never let external distractions pull you off course. Your success is already within you. It's only a matter of time before the world sees it too. Keep pushing forward, and may your journey be filled with purpose, growth, and fulfillment. Thank you for your time, and I wish you the very best of luck in all your endeavors. Stay focused, stay determined, and keep striving for the success that is uniquely yours.